Hello everyone. So last class we have discussed about the passive diffusion. Today we'll discuss about another mechanism by which substances cross the semi-permeable cell membrane. It is known as the facilitated diffusion. In it is a process very much similar to passive diffusion, but it has certain molecules known as protein carrier molecule. Protein carrier molecule, or it is known as porter or permease for the transport mechanism. Okay, so this porter carrier molecules or the protein carrier molecules located in the cytoplasmic membrane. These carrier molecules combine reversibly with the solute molecules. These carrier molecules combine reversibly with the solute molecules and they form a complex called as the carrier solute complex. They form carrier solute complex. Okay. So this complex moves between the outer and inner surface of the membrane, releasing one molecule on the inner surface and returning to bind a new one on the outer surface. Okay, clear? So it may be noted that the rate of transport reaches a plateau above a specific gradient due to saturation of carrier protein. Okay, the carrier proteins may be specific, while some may transport only a particular substances, or others transport a group of closely related substances. Although a carrier protein is involved in facilitated diffusion, it is truly a diffusion process. A concentration gradient across the membrane is required for transport of nutrients, and no metabolic energy like ATP is required in this transport. This means that if the concentration gradient disappears, the transport of the nutrient will also stop. Okay, clear? So facilitated diffusion is nothing but a true diffusion process only, where there is involvement of protein carrier molecules. Okay, these protein carrier molecules bind to the solute particles which has to be carried out inside, and they form carrier solute complex. Okay, then the movement of solute from outside to inside of the cell occurs against a concentration gradient where no metabolic energy is required. Okay, so in simple, this is a facilitated diffusion. Okay, so now come to the mechanism. Let's say this is the external site or the cell exterior, and this is the internal site or the intercellular space, internal site. Okay, and this is the cell membrane. Okay, As we know, the cell membrane is bilayered. Okay, so what happens? These are the solutes or the metabolites present outside the cell. Okay, now what happens during facilitated diffusion? Protein carrier molecule is present. So protein carrier molecules comes near the outside of the membrane. Then these molecules, these solute molecules, binds to this carrier protein molecule or porter or permease. Okay, then they binds and they form a carrier solute complex. Okay, then they move through the space. Okay, then they reach the internal membrane, and the configuration of the protein carrier molecule changes, and they releases the solutes or metabolites inside. Okay, then they return to the original conformation. Then they return to the original conformation, which was like this earlier. Okay, original conformation. Then it will be recycled, or it will reach the original shape. Okay, then again it binds to another solute molecules, then the transport continues. Okay, clear? First, what happens? This carrier molecules, this carrier protein molecules bind to the solute molecules which are present outside the cell. Then they form a carrier protein complex, a carrier solute complex. Then the carrier molecule changes its conformation and releases the solute molecule inside of the cell. Okay, then they again regain its original shape, and then again it binds another solute molecules. Okay, this is the mechanism of facilitated diffusion. Clear? Okay, so the facilitated diffusion seems to be more prevalent in eukaryotes than in prokaryotes. Okay, so the net effect of this process is that the lipid insoluble solutes, as I have said earlier, that cell membrane is lipophilic in nature. Okay, so the net effect of this process is that the lipid insoluble solutes can enter the cell in presence of concentration gradient through this carrier molecule. Okay, as for example, the solute glycerol is transported by this mechanism in Escherichia coli, that is in prokaryotes, and many other bacteria, whereas eukaryotes use this transport of use it for transport of number of other molecules like sugars and amino acids. Okay, so if we put a graph of passive diffusion, let's say this is the concentration gradient against this rate of transport. So the curve will be like this. For this curve will be for passive diffusion, and for facilitated diffusion the curve will be like this. This is for passive diffusion and this is for facilitated diffusion. At high concentration gradient, the rate of transport through facilitated diffusion shows the saturation effect. Means the carrier molecules got saturated at high concentration. Okay, clear? Fine. It's just for understanding purpose I have shown this graph. Okay, so clear the facilitated diffusion. So in facilitated diffusion there will be a protein carrier molecule which bind to the solute molecule and form a carrier solute complex. Then movement of molecules from outside to inside happens against a concentration gradient, okay, where no metabolic energy like ATP is required, and the mechanism is this. Okay, clear? Thank you.